Hi everyone, it's Kay Kalthoff and welcome to a Stamping to Share video. Today we're going to make a card that has some copper on it and it looks like this. It's just a beautiful card and I'm excited to share it with you. I got the idea from the Nature's Poem product suite in the catalog, so when I flip the camera down I'll show that to you, but I've really been enjoying this stamp set and it even comes with framelits so you can get it as a bundle and save 10%. And it also is coordinated to work with Lovely as a Tree. Now I haven't actually used the two sets together yet because I've been having a lot of fun just playing with the Rooted in Nature bundle. So let's go ahead and get started and we'll get this card underway. All right, so here is a nice close-up of the card that we're going to make. And again, let me remind you that we're using a bundle called Rooted in Nature. So I'll just quickly show what that looks like. It's a 2K stamp set, lots of images, coordinates great with Lovely as a Tree, and also includes a set of framelits that even has some leaves that after you cut the leaves out, you can emboss them with these embossing dies. So really nice stamp set, really nice bundle. And again, when you purchase it as a bundle, you save 10%. And so this is the card we're going to make, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to need here is a couple of pieces of paper. We've got, let me get this right side up. We've got some Grapefruit Grove. It's a new color, a new in color with Stampin' Up. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So I'll just fold this along the score line and then I'll give it a press. And then on the inside, we're gonna go real nice and easy. We've got a piece of very vanilla paper cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then on this side, I just have a little strip of the Nature's Poem Designer Series paper at the bottom. This is 3/4 inches by 4 inches. And so I'm just going to take a little bit of snail here, put that on the back, and then we can set this right here on the inside panel of our card. And then we're going to set this whole works aside for a minute because I want to show you the card again. We are going to be doing some ribbon wraps and we want to do that before we put any panels down. So let me grab the ribbon. We are going to use some gold metallic edge ribbon and then we also have some copper trim. So I'm going to take a piece of that Nature's Poem Designer Series paper. This is the one that looks like a wood background and it's 4 by 5 1/4 inches. And then I'm going to cut my ribbon so that it's just a little bit longer than my panel here. So let me do that because we're going to layer this ribbon. So now all I have to do is tape this around and we're going to put it, you know what, before we do that, we probably should put our copper panel on now that I'm thinking about it. So let me grab that. Our copper panel is 2 1/4 by 4 3/4 inches. And the 2 1/4 is a good number to remember because it coordinates with the width of the tailored tag punch. So here's the tailored tag punch from Stampin' Up, and you can turn this into a really nice banner. So just put it into your punch and give that a press, and you have just created a really nice banner. So we'll put that on with some snail again, since I have my snail nice and handy. And we're gonna set this over here in the upper left. Just press that into place. Kind of burnish it down so it stays good for you. Then we'll do our ribbon layering. So we'll take the gold edge metallic ribbon and we'll probably bring it about 3/4 of an inch down from the top and then just tape it around. Once we have that in place, we can grab our copper trim and we will do the same thing. We'll just layer this over the top and use a little Scotch tape to tape it down. All right, there it is. It looks great. Now we need to tie a bow. So I'm going to take the copper ribbon or the copper trim and we'll just tie off a nice bow here. It's a little bit big, so I'll just kind of scooch that down until I get it about the size that I want. And then we'll trim that up. And we can put that onto our card with a mini glue dot. So to do that, I've got my paper piercing tool here and I'm just grabbing a glue dot and we're going to set this right here. Just set it right there and then you can just set the bow right on top of that glue dot on your card. So I'll just aim it, set it in, give it a good press, and it will look like this. And it's already pretty, but we're going to make it even prettier because the next step is to do a little stamping. So I have just a couple of scrap papers here, and they're both very vanilla. Then we're going to take our soft suede ink from Stampin' Up, and we'll just open this up, press it in, and then we'll grab the tree, and I'm going to ink up the tree with soft suede. And we're going to stamp this right here. Give that a nice press. Oh, that's so gorgeous. And then we're going to ink up the words "Just for You." Put that right here. There, that looks good. Then we're going to punch out the "Just for You" with a 1-inch circle punch. So I'll just bring this in here, punch that out, and we'll set that aside. We don't need it quite yet. And then we're also going to take this 1 1/8 inch scallop circle punch. I have just a little scrap here of our copper paper, just a scrap. We're going to punch that out too. So we'll be using that in a little bit. So I'm just going to set those pieces aside for a minute. We'll take our tree, and I did this in advance for you so we wouldn't have to take the time on the video, but I ran this through the Big Shot machine. So what I did is I used a magnetic plate, then my cut plate, my stamped image on Very Vanilla here, put my tree die over the top of the tree, and then of course had another cut plate over the top, ran it through my Big Shot machine, and I have a perfectly cut out tree. I just love that. So now let's bring the card back into the photo and we'll put this together. So we can just add some snail. And then we'll set this on the front of our card. Make sure all 4 borders are nice and even. Give that a good press. And then we'll add some dimensionals to our tree. And as you can see, I've gone ahead and I've added 4 dimensionals to that tree. So now we'll flip that over and we're going to set this right about here. Just set that in. Beautiful. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a nice accent. So we are going to need some of these lovely leaves trinkets, and I have them right here. So we're going to use the 3-leaf trinket, and I went ahead and I put a couple of glue dots on the back, and then I have another one, and that also has a glue dot or 2 on the back of it. And so to do this, we're going to take that copper cutout, which is the 1 1/8 inch scallop circle punch. Just put a little snail on the back of it, and you're going to set this right here, and then you can take your little copper leaves and just set that in here so that goes like this, and then the other one will go out towards the top like this. And then to get this on, the Just for You, all you have to do is take another couple of glue dots and just put this right here. So you're going to attach this with glue dots, and I put this one a little high so I'm moving it, putting it down here. So you've got glue dots on the top and the bottom of your trinket leaves. Now you can just add your Just for You right over the top, and you have an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous card. So here is the final card. This is the one I've just done. Here is the card I had done in advance. So thank you so much for being a part of my Stamping to Share community. I truly appreciate it. Let me know if you need a brand new catalog from Stampin' Up. I'm happy to get one to you. Otherwise, you can always find the catalog online at my blog, which is www.stampingtoshare.com. Have a great day and a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.